Hey guys, today in the mail, something from the Criterion collection. So not sure exactly what this is. Could be a number of things. And I'll be looking forward to opening it. I'm going to open it, take off whatever shrink wrap's on it. It's odd that they send it to me in an envelope like this. But I'm going to go ahead and open this up, see what's what with it. And I don't know what I'm hoping it is, but we'll see. Be right back. Yes, it's what I hoped it would be. By the way, I'm back to my, if you've been watching my videos for any length of time, you know I've kind of gotten away from this view for a while. First of all, that lamp, this light right here is screwing me up. This bulb burned out. This one's too bright. It just screws things up. So I've got an overhead one on, which is less than flattering, and one over to my right, but it's all right. But this video is more than all right. It's spine number 870. I'm not sure release date on this. I'm guessing it's soon. I don't think it's out quite yet. But it's the one I wanted more than anything else. I have opened it up. It looks really good. 2 Blu-rays. Both the 1952 and 1955 version of this movie are in here. There's only a 2-minute difference. I'm not really sure. You know, I'm going to find out what the differences are. I can't imagine they'd package 2 full movies for 2 minutes of difference. I'm going to guess there's more than... The differences are significant, and it just so happens to be 2 minutes less. I don't know that. But in any case, it's one of my favorite directors in a Shakespearean play. And I'm going to guess that he is great in this role. So it is Orson Welles in Othello. Love the cover of this. Love, love, love the cover. Like I say, it's a 1952 and 1955 version. Black and white, monaural, 1.37 to 1 aspect ratio. So a little bit stretched. Not significantly, though. What's it say about it? Well, it's Othello. It's the Shakespeare play made into a movie by Orson Welles. So gloriously cinematic, despite its tiny budget. Orson Welles' Othello is a testament to the filmmaker's stubborn willingness to pursue his vision to the ends of the earth. Absolutely. Ever since Citizen Kane, and even before that when he was doing radio production, Orson Welles was a man with a vision. He wasn't always able to make that vision a reality for a lot of reasons. There's a long history of films that were tinkered with by the studio, pressured to get it out, and him not being done and having to cut corners and not finish editing and or be too long for the studio. I've got a few of them here on my shelf, but this is another one that didn't get budgeted, maybe the way it should have been, but I'm going to guess it's still going to be brilliant. Unmatched in his passionate identification with Shakespeare's imagination, Welles brings his inventive visual approach to this enduring tragedy of jealousy, bigotry, and rage, and gives a towering performance as the Moor of Venice, alongside Suzanne Cloutier as the innocent Desdemona, and Michael McLemoire as a scheming Iago, shot over the course of 3 years in Italy and Morocco, and plagued by logistical problems. Doesn't surprise me with an Orson Welles movie. This fiercely independent film joins Macbeth and Chimes at Midnight, and making the case for Welles as the cinema's most audacious interpreter of the bard. I'll buy that. And I'd like to have Macbeth and Chimes at Midnight, but I'm going to be happy with Othello. I probably should pick up Chimes at Midnight and Macbeth. I don't own either one, which is kind of a crime. But let me just enjoy Othello for the little bit. 4K digital transfer of both versions of the film. The 1952 European one and the 1955 US and UK one with uncompressed monaural soundtracks. Audio commentary from 1995 featuring filmmaker Peter Bogdanovich, very much of an Orson Welles fan he is, and Orson Welles scholar Myron Meisel. Filming Othello, Welles' last completed film, a 1979 essay documentary. Okay, cool. I look forward to that. Return to something. Glemescant, a 1953 short film made by actors Michael McLemoire and Hilton Edwards during a hiatus from shooting Othello. That ought to be interesting. New interview with Wells biographer Simon Callow. Souvenirs d'Othello, a 1995 documentary about actor Suzanne Clothier by Francois Girard. A new interview with scholar Francois Thomas on the 2 different versions. New interview with Ayanna Thompson, author of Passing Strange, Shakespeare, Race, and Contemporary America. And interviews from 2014 with scholar Joseph McBride, plus an essay by film critic Jeffrey O'Brien. How can you go wrong with Othello? I don't think you can. 2 discs. And there they be. Along with a picture of Wells in makeup. Look pretty good in 52 and 55. Or 52. 52 is when this was filmed, I suppose, or somewhere around there. So the booklet is kind of cool. It's one of these ones that does this. Not my favorite thing, but not my least favorite thing either. So, yeah. Okay. When Orson Welles embarked on Othello, he was at the beginning of a new phase of his creative life. Recently transplanted to Europe, after weathering a succession of disasters, RKO's butchering of the magnificent Ambersons. True, 1942 film, I own it. It's a great film, but it could have been a better film, which is true for almost everything he's ever done, with the exception of Citizen Kane, because I can't imagine that being better. One of my favorite films of all time. That was in 1942. While Welles worked in Brazil on his ambitious but doomed documentary, It's All True, the financially catastrophic failure of his stage adaptation of Around the World in 80 Days, the lackluster response to both his hallucinatory film noir, The Lady from Shanghai, and his experimental low-budget Macbeth at Republic, he would remain there for years, Europe. Worked as a director in Hollywood only once more, making Touch of Evil in 1958, which is a great movie. Yeah, deep in debt, Wells went off to Rome to play the legendary charlatan Cagliostro in Geoffrey Ratoff's Black Magic. Yeah, and it was there that he arranged with producer Michael Scalera to make a film of Othello, to be shot quickly and economically. It was already written, so, you know, just say here. Yeah, it's just, it doesn't say a lot about the 2 versions. I'm really wondering what the difference is. I have to Google it and see. The discs are cool. He gave other people the limelight here, which is fine. He didn't appear on the discs. And then behind all this, yes, a beautiful, beautiful piece there. Look at that. Gorgeous. So really looking forward to this one. It was on my, very high on my list of Criterion films to get. So thankfully this one arrived. Yeah. So I'm going to guess 1 disc is the 52 version and 1 disc is the 55 version. What else can I guess? And then the extras will be on there. So really thrilled to have this, guys. 52 and 55 versions of Othello. And I'm, you know, the geek that'll watch both and see the differences and stuff. I'm sure there's quite a few. Or I can't imagine they would have done show the whole other film. Knowing Wells, the thing's probably edited a number of ways. He was bigger than that. So really looking forward to watching Othello. I've got that in festival to watch because both of those arrived within the last week or so. Thrilled to have some Criterion Collection movies headed my way. I'll add it to my shelving. It's all this stuff here is all Criterion. Add it to my shelves. And after I watch it, they're going to sit out on my table right here in front of me until I pop it in and watch it on the big screen. Maybe tonight, although it's a little late. It's probably 9 o'clock or so. Might be a little late to watch Othello. That's usually a good Saturday, late morning cup of coffee type thing, movie like that. So that I can get my full interest and not be getting tired when I'm watching it. All right, guys. Take care. Dean of DVD signing off. Until the next time.